let me jump into the presentation. I'm going to record it and I'll share the recording with you guys later too. All right, so let me introduce you all to BG Wealth Sharing. That is the business opportunity, the investment opportunity that we are a part of. Myself, Kayleen is here. I know Kayleen is a recent member, and Kayleen, right? So, this opportunity is one where you make a one-time investment and that investment keeps paying you for the life of the business. And the opportunity here is one where you can double your investment in under 60 days. So you put in a $300 investment, in under 60 days it doubles. You put in a $500 investment, in under 60 days it doubles, right? Whatever you do, it doubles under 60 days. That we can guarantee you. That's a guarantee. Well, once you do what you are supposed to do, which is take your 2 trades a day, right? So let me just begin with a disclaimer. So when Moses came on the phone with me today, when he was introduced by the person who told him about it, he said he was told I am the boss. And therefore, I had to correct him and say, I am not the boss. I am an investor. I'm just somebody who has invested in the business. I have benefited from the business and I am simply sharing the business. So, in sharing this business, I'm just highlighting that this business, my presentation is not financial advice, enticement, or a guarantee of results. Results in the BG investment project are based on your efforts, determination, and focus. And of course, you're following the instructions and guidance of the Professor Stephen Beard. You're following the trading project, doing what is required to participate, which is take your 2 trades a day. So even if I tell you that you double your investment in 60 days, if you don't do your 2 trades a day, there's no way your investment is going to double in 60 days. So, um, past performance is not indicative of future results. And just bear in mind that we trade cryptocurrency and the market is highly volatile. It involves a high amount of risk in which you may lose some or all of your invested funds, and you therefore never invest with funds that you cannot afford to lose. So that is just a disclaimer about what we are doing here. So just to be clear, right? Oh no. So hold on. Me and these presentations, I don't know why sometimes they do this to me. All right. So let's get into the business. So the business model, the name of the company is the BG Wealth Sharing. And what we are, it is a company that is based on 2 entities. So BG Wealth Sharing is the company we're a part of, and the platform that we use to do our trades is called the DSJ Exchange. Um, the the DSJ Exchange is a platform that gives us AI powered training signals, which guarantee a 99.6 accurate trading signals, right? So most of our signals that we get from the DSJ Exchange, they win. I have been with this company since July of 2025, and I have had only one failed signal that was on December 19th. And when that signal failed, we were given an additional signal to make up for the failing signal. But it's not that we win every trade. That's absolutely impossible because but we have a very high success rate of 99.6% accuracy, right? So that is something that you are guaranteed. Now, the DSJ Exchange is a company that holds business certificates in a number of countries, and they're licensed across different countries. They're registered or in the process of registering in a number of different places in the US. They have filed registration at the US Securities and Exchange Commission, And therefore, these registrations are opening or have opened doors to global markets and investors. Now, the BG Wealth Sharing program is a program that offers, as we say, we call it a win-win-win strategy. So there are three elements of the winning, right? So first, we as investors, we win by following these trades, which have a 99.6 success rate. Second, the BG company wins too because they make profit from our trade. This is a business for them, right? Just like how the bank make money off of our investment, BG makes profit. So when they take us into the company, each trade they use 1% of our account. And when we and if the trade wins, um of the 1% we receive. So for example, if a trade wins, if they put $15 in a trade, for example, or say $10 in a trade, for example, when the trade wins, um we get about 64% of that $10. So we get $6 and BG gets, say, $4, right? Somewhere, or we get $6 something and BG gets $4, $3 something, right? So BG wins because they get about 30% of, or a little bit more than 30% of each person's investment and on a winning trade. So they do really make a good amount of money. But we win because we are getting signals that are not failing for the most part, and we are able to increase our funds. The DSJ exchange wins because it is operating in a market that is very competitive. Trading platforms are a dime a dozen, and therefore people have options. However, by partnering with the BG and turning this into some kind of thing where they have a referral program, the DSJ exchange now gets a suite of customers. They're able to attract customers in a way other platforms might not be able to. And they also get marketing when we are, for example, right now I am marketing the DSJ exchange. I'm talking about it. I'm doing presentations about it. I'm telling my friends about it. So that's the win-win strategy. So we the investors win by getting these trades that are 99.6% successful. BG wins because they get money off our successful trades, and the DSJ exchange wins because they get customers and marketing based on our promotion of the goods and services that they offer, right? So it is that, so that's why we call it win win win. So that what we look at in front of us here is basically one of the core aspects of the business. Is we have our trades. The trading is good. It is the basis of what we do. But say, for example, I tell my friend about the business we do, and my friend comes in, right? My friend comes in at $500. My friend gets $25.
Hello.
Hi, Dansiko. Welcome. Right? So my friend gets $25. I get $25. And um of course, we have the bonus signals, right? So this first trade my friend makes, they get $5 on the trade, right? And and of course it keeps going up. Well, the 1% of the $5. So, really, so 1% of their $500 is $5, and they would get like $3 something on their first trade, right? So um it is so you get a 5% reward for both the referrer and the referee when you come in with a $500 investment. And if you come in with $1,000 or more, the new member starts with $1,000. The referrer earns 10%. So the person who invite you gets $100 and you get $50. And there is bonus signals that you get for each trade. So you get about 12. Oh, so when you come into, you get like extra signals. So each day, how it goes, we get 2 signals per day, right? One at 1:30, one at 7:30. Everybody gets that. Now, if though you invite people who come in at $500 or $1,000, for the first 2 days they come in, they get what we call bonus signals. So if I have a friend coming in today and they come in at $100, both myself and my friend who comes in gets 6 extra signals. So for the next 2 days, we are doing 6 trades on the first day, 4 trades on the second day. If I have another friend who comes in at $1,000, not only are we getting extra money like $100 for me, $50 for them, but my friend gets 6 bonus signals and I get 12 extra signals, right? So for the next 2 to 3 days, we're trading, and that tends to just like skyrocket your account even faster. It's kind of like a bonus, right? You get a kickstart. So instead of getting your money doubled in like 50, 40, 55 or so days, it might double in 40 to 40 days. For example, I have a girlfriend who recently came in at $500. She just came in 2 weeks ago at $500. And currently her account is now at $800. Because she came in, she got her $500 bonus signal. She signed up her mother at $1,000. She got the extra $100 from signing up her mother. And she also got her $25 from coming in. So she got a $125 right there. And she has done 16 bonus signals since then. 12 for her mother, 6 for herself. Well, not 16, and then she got 12 for her mother. Yeah, 16 yes, 12 and 6, 18 bonus signals. So in 2 weeks has moved from $500 to $800, just like that, right? And she's signing somebody else at $1,000 on Monday again. So she by the end of the week would have doubled. So she would have doubled her account in less than a month because of all of those bonuses and all of those bonus signals, she got from coming in. So there's a lot of opportunity, a lot that you can do by referring others to the program. However, as I said, you are not required, you do not have to refer people. You can just take your 2 signals a day and your income grows. And I'll show you how it is able to grow just by taking your 2 signals and doing your own thing on your own, right? But let me just tell you a little background about this company. This company was founded in 2018 by Professor Stephen Baird, and Stephen Baird joined a 10-year partnership with the DSJ Exchange in 2022. So we're in the 3rd year of the partnership. August of this year will be year 4 of the partnership. So this company has been around for this partnership between the DSJ Exchange and BG has been going for 3.5 years so far. And what they do is they basically combine AI with expert, knowledge, trading knowledge to really give us precise trading signals. And as I told you, our signals have about a 99.6% success rate. So they're very precise, very on the ball, right? Um, Now, our vision is to empower every investor to become an owner and ensure their guaranteed income. So our philosophy is built on being and growth. So that's what BG stands for, really, being and growth. Being is a core concept that refers to the essence and reality of things. It involves how we understand the relationship between ourselves and the world. And I think that this core philosophy pulls itself out into even how we structure our business and how we grow, that I cannot grow in BG without my team, right? So if I can't benefit, if Kayleen doesn't benefit, I can't grow if Kayleen doesn't grow. Everything that Kayleen does, it helps me and vice versa. So it's an integral part of how I grow, right? So the relationship is core. The process of growth is essentially continuous, including physical development and the deepening of spirit and thought. And they focus a lot on training here. So Professor kind of does a lot of training and exploration and discussions with you, and so, and we focus on team building, managing people, managing small teams, and each one feeding into the other, right? Now, BG allows you to earn stable incomes through trading signals, and we earn dynamic income through referral rewards and dividend payouts. So the stable trading signals are the two signals a day that you get 1:30 and 7:30 no matter what. You get those signals. The dynamic signals are those bonuses that people get when you sign up and you get at a $500, you get those 6 extra trades, or you sign someone up and you get additional trades. Those are what we call dynamic income. So you have stable income, each day you're making 1.3% on your money. Take your 2 trades, every day your money grows by a 1.3% without a doubt, stable. All you have to do is take your 2 trades a day. I keep telling lies. 2 trades a day, and your money grows by 1.3% a day, stable. Dynamic income, though, is that it can grow by more when you get those additional trades. And also kind of payouts. So we have dividend payouts. So those of us who build teams, we get dividend payouts, and I'll get to that in a bit. There are certain rules though that we have to abide by to be a part or continue to be a part of the BG community. The rules are the core of what is required of you. And even members who are here, I am happy to remind you of these community rules. So it's not just for our persons who are listening, but even our members. So first, you follow the company rules and learn the core philosophies. So we focus on what is right. We appreciate and support teammates, and we collaborate to grow and earn rewards. It's about working with your teammates and supporting them. You don't sign people up and leave them, right? But you check with them how your trading going, what is happening. Okay, how can I support? So we collaborate and we grow and we share together. You need to listen, follow instructions, spread positivity, and consult Professor Beard with any questions you have, right? Listen and follow instructions. That means that you need to log into Bond Chat. Bond Chat is our platform. Like how some people have, like when you're a student and you have a little WhatsApp group or Telegram group or something like that. So Bond Chat is our little group, our community group, where we have our meetings and instructions are given. When things change, they're shared there. We encourage each other there. So you need to listen, you need to log into Bond Chat, see what is happening, follow instructions, encourage others when they have their stories that they want to share. Consult with Stephen Beard. Any questions you have, oh, Prof, I'm not sure, so and so and so. Ask questions, right? It's important that you replicate the company philosophy accurately to ensure solid growth and expansion. So it's about helping your team again to grow and replicate that. You share your goals with Steve Beard to receive mentoring. So Professor Beard will want to know where you're at. So what's your plan? What is your goal, right? In terms of BG. And they say, well, basically, the truth is I'm here because I want to have a surgery and it costs such and such a money, so I'm hoping, and I can tell you that people are like that, are hoping to save whatever, and he will mentor you and guide you in terms of, all right, well, what is your investment like now? Okay, so and so and so, right? Or he will say, well, I want to get to level 3 in the business because I'd love to be able to get X amount of dividend, and he will give you advice and guide you. Just share your goals with the professor. It is important that you keep the lines of communication open with the company CEO so he can guide you, and that's a big deal. And also you maintain the right investment mindset and follow the quantitative trading methods and signals. So if you're missing too many signals, they'll reach out to you and say, what is happening here? Are you sure? Because you're not benefiting from the company if you're missing signals. Do you sure that this is the investment for you? So you have to follow the signals and the methods, because that is something that they do and you're rewarded for that. So somebody who comes in with a $500 account and they bring people in with $500 accounts, but at some point you can reach out to the professor and say, Professor, I want to apply for a third trading signal. So you get 2 a day, but after a certain again, I'll explain, might explain how that work. You can get 3 signals a day, which now increases your daily income from 1.3 to 1.9%. But for the professor to give you that third trading signal, they're gonna look back in your history of trades and see, have you been missing trades? Because then you go, why would I give you the signal for you to be missing more money? If you can't do 2 trades, how can you do 3, right? So maintain the right investment mindset, follow the quantitative trading methods and signals, and see the profit, right? As managers, when you decide to get to level 1 and level 2 managers, there are company meetings that you must attend. Um, Encourage, report any issues or stuff like that at the meeting, that your team might have any problems that they have, right? Do not spam. People have a way of just constantly putting messages in the chat and stuff like that, right? We try to cut down on that, because most of our meetings are chat room meetings. It's not like Zoom. People actually messaging. So you don't want to be spamming, and therefore productive messages are missed or communication is unclear, right? And after meetings, summarize your points and share with your team for follow-up learnings. Anything you get from the meetings, you must be sharing with your team. You have people who you invite, right? Do not disrespect your referrer or your teammates, or ignore partners. This may result in termination of cooperation, right? So keep the lines of communication open and be respectful to the person who has invited you, your teammates, etc., etc. Just, we really require basic human decency in doing business with BG. And in doing so, what we guarantee is that you will have long-term profits, higher income starts, financial freedom, and time freedom once you just follow the rules of BG, right? Now, in following BG, there are 5 advantages to investing with us, because there are other places you could invest and put your money in with, right? But why invest with BG? There are 5 advantages. First off, you get a 99.6% accurate signals, as I said before. I pointed out that DSJ is a legal and compliant company in about 30 countries. There is guaranteed fund safety and profit. So the company started with an initial capital of 30 million pounds. So it has an invest which basically ensures the safety of all members' funds, right? So there's a guaranteed fund protection. There is a long-term project partnership. BG and DSJ have a 10-year contract, which benefits them, as I said, which is built on the win-win strategy, where DSJ benefits, BG benefits, and we of course benefit from getting the signal. And there is stability. We have stable signals that we get from the AI that guarantees you profits overall. All right. Now, you can, of course, take on the approach, as I said, of taking your 2 trades a day and, making your 1.3% profit a day. But say you decide that, you might want to take things up a little notch, and you want to build a team and make some extra money. You want to get dividend, right? You want to benefit from the dynamic signals, just not just the stable signals. Then you can build a team quite easily, right? Just invite 5 people who sign up to the company, any 5 people, and you immediately become a junior spokesperson. The junior spokesperson gets a one-time $100 bonus, and 3 times for the month you get a dividend of $30. So on the 9th, the 9th, and the 19th, sorry, the 9th, the 19th, and the 29th, you are given a dividend of $30. So that's $90 for the month, right? Just by telling 5 of your friends about the business and they sign up with you. Now, you can also get to the level 2 manager role, which is the intermediate spokesperson, where 2 of the people signed up. Give me a second. Oh. Somebody's asking, but I don't think I need to let anybody in. I think people come in automatically. All right. So two of the people who, sorry, so two of the people you invited to the company, the 5 people, if they also invite 5 people and your team gets to have 25 people, then you get a $300 bonus, one-time bonus, and 3 times for the month you get 150, $150, right? So 3 times a month, you get $150. So that means that you get a salary of $450 for the month, right? Just by building a small team. So that is also an opportunity that you can consider, right? Building a team. And I am currently a level 2 manager. That's where I am at. So I have a team of, at this moment, about 60 people, right? So I'm on my way to the level 3, slowly taking my time there. But so I am a level 2 manager. I get $150 3 times a month, right? So that's the 450 for the month. And in Jamaica, for those of you who are in Jamaica, that's pretty decent, and these fairly decent, right? So that's about 70,000 dollars a month or so extra, and plus I'm still getting my trades in. My 1.3% of my trading account is growing, so not bad at all. Now, you can also decide that you want to take it further. You want to be a level 3 manager, where 3 of the people you invited are now managers themselves, level 1 managers, and you have a team of 125 people. So what that now gives you is a $800 one-time bonus, and 3 times for the month you are making $500. So that's $1,500 you're making right there for the month, right? And it keeps going up. A level 4 manager, 4 of the people you invite are managers too. They have invited 5 people, and you get a one-time bonus of $2,000 and a cycle bonus of $1,200. And remember, no, you're not inviting these people on your own. These people you are inviting, this 100, this 500 people that are invited to your team, you might have just invited 15 or 20 of them, or even less. But your teammates, they want to grow, they want to build their company, they want to get these nice dividends. So by inviting people, they're added to your team. So that's why I would say, it's cooperation. If I help my teammates to get their 5, my teammates, for example, today asked me to come do a presentation to his people, I'm helping him to get his 5. And by helping him to get his 5, those 5 become a part of his team, and they're part of my team, and we keep growing, right? And his people again will come on. They say, Kenisha, Moses said one day, Kenisha have a friend, a family, show them this thing. No, I show them, and they come on to Moses. Moses gets his 5. They're a part of my number that moves me along on the scale, right? So we work, right? It is truly, there's an African term, I said that, I think describe this business is Ubuntu, right? That, if you benefit if the community benefits, everything we do benefits the community, right? So that is what it does. So I am not inviting all of these people here. It is just that my people invite people, and those people invite people, and they invite and they invite and they invite, and at some point it just gets out of you, something awesome and huge is built that benefits us all, right? So that is it. And all the way up to level 7 we go, and there are other levels, but we really focus on level 7 right now. They have expanded it recently, but I really don't go beyond level 7 in my presentations, because I just can't process anything behind that. So right now in the company, and we only have people, I think the farthest we have people in the company right now are level 7. We have a couple level 7 people who they got a $25,000 bonus for getting to level 7, and their pay is $10,000 3 times a month, right? So they get 30,000 $500 for the month, right? But these people have huge teams. So they've been in the company for like a year. I think the farthest one I think is like, or some people like Gagan who does the presentation. She's been building since February. So she's at level 7, right? So you find that in a year, if you're here in a year, it is highly unlikely if you stick with the business for a year or two and you don't get to a level 5 or level 6 or level 7, no matter how like slowly you're doing going, right? You will. Once you invite people or your people under you, they invite, it kind of just blows and gets out of hand in some way, right? It blows up and gets out of hand, right? In a good way. All right. So I'm just highlighting that bit right there, right? And then the other levels, I say I'm not even looking at those. Nobody has, those are recently added. We don't have anybody past level 7 in the company right now. So it is really built on duplication and replication, right? So the part is you come in, you bring in 5, the 5 bring in 5, and the 5 bring in 5, and those 5 bring in 5, and it just keeps going out of run, right? And in no time, your company can just grow, right? But in so doing, we guide our people as they come in so that they can follow the rules. So basically, my question to you is, as we wrap up this presentation, is just a general overview. You start with $500. That's the ideal number. However, we do allow people to start at $300, but at $300 you get a 15, you do get your 5% bonus, which is only $15. That's your bonus. But when you start at $500, you get a bonus of $25, plus you get extra trades. You get extra trades, and the person who invites you get extra trades, and that really pushes your account a little bit, right? But you can start at $300. $300 is a good starting point. $300 where I started with in this business, and I have made that back over maybe like 15 to 20 times already, right? You take your 2 trades per day. Each trade equals 1% of your asset value. So if you have $500, the trade is $5, and therefore you're guaranteed a profit of 60% for that trade. So your first trade you do, the average daily tradings are approximately for that day would be like $6.50. So by the end of the first day, that $500 will be $506. The truth is that you'll probably get bonus trades that day. Well, the first day you won't get bonus trades, but by the second day, you'll get bonus trades, and you'll probably be earning like $13, or you're earning a lot more. Like for example, at $5, the 4 bonus trades would be $3. So so 3 6 is 18. So you probably make $18 on the second day, $12 on the third day, and then you keep going up, each day you make more because it is compounded, right? So how do we do our trades? How do we follow our trading signals? So again, we spoke about our platform that you'll use. It's called BunChat. You copy the code from BunChat. You just click copy. You paste the code in your DSJ exchange. So you go to futures. Then we click on invited me. That's our second step. And it says here, please enter the code. We just paste the code. So we just copy, we paste the code here. We confirm the code. And after confirming the code, we don't just leave it like that. We want to make sure it's in. We want to make sure it's in, and we make sure we make our money. So what we do, we click on position order, and we see that our trade is pending. You never step away from a trade without checking that it's pending. This will take you about 30 to 60 seconds to complete. You leave that running for about 15 to 20 minutes to check back on it. They check your historical orders right here, and it will tell you the profit that you received at the end of the trade, right? So you are guaranteed your income, right? So that is generally did. Now, as we said, I spoke to you about the fact that we have a 99.6% success rate, so sometimes a trade can fail. Fact. perfect. It's not perfect, right? However, when a trade fails, we have what is called a five-phase recovery system in place to recover your losses and generate your profit. So yes, all our trades are 1% of your profit, right? However, if a trade fails, we go into phase two, where we go back in maybe 2 3 hours later. We say come back on, guys. We do a 7:30 trade. We say come back on at 9:30, and we're going to do the phase two of the recovery. In phase two of recovery, at maybe 2 hours later after that failed trade, or so, after they check the market and see if they can come up with a good, you know, trading signal or so, they go in now. This time they pull 3% of your account, not 1%, but 3%, because what they're doing, they're trying to make up for what you lost, plus give you a profit, right? So they pull 3% of your account at this point, and with that 3%, you make $15. You can make $15 in profit, right? So that $3 that you normally make now, it goes up to, well, they pull $15. Sorry, I'm lying. So that $3 that you make now, the $5 that they normally trade, they'll trade $15. And instead of making the $3.25 in profit, you'll now make $9.75 in profit. So three times. So that will cover what was lost, plus give you some additional income right there, right? And if for some sad reason that again fails, they'll go to phase three, where they'll pull 9% of your account, which is $45, and then you'd end up profiting 29.5%. I will tell you, from the two fail signals that I know of, the one we experienced in December and the one that I was told about in February, they've never gone past phase two. So when it fails in phase one and they have to go to phase two has been a success. So they've never needed to go to phase three, four, and five, and I pray they never do, because I don't want 81% of my um profit beyond the line. I would not be entering that code at all. A one-off action, well, you would have to, I don't know if this fully answers your question, but Kaylin, you are the one who would have to um enter the code, just like how we normally get the code, you copy and paste. So you can decide that I am not going to enter. Like for me, if I saw we get to phase three and we ever go phase four, I personally not going to risk for 27% of my account. So I'll say, you know what, I'll take my losses here, because we've had other great profits. I'm not going up to risking 27 or 81% of my account. So it is your choice whether you enter the code that they give you to recoup, right? Does that answer your question? You guess so? Okay, because you said a one-off action to recover the loss. So you are the one that will have to. So it's not an automatic thing where they just put you in for the trade, right? In this instant, you will have to, you're given a code in the bond chat. You take the code, you enter the code, and on entering the code, it's the same process. So wait for the 15 to 20 minutes to see if it's successful. So you can decide so if it works or not. Go ahead, Kelly. Kelly, I see your hand up. Go ahead and
All
ask.
right, so it's a short A, so it's actually Colleen. But anyways, so with the failed trade, the signal will come out. Is it that you I don't know, indicate what signal you want to risk um portions of your money for? Because I see the different phases, yes, and the
Okay.
probable profits. But do you indicate, or do you what? Tell me.
Oh
And hence the
no.
okay.
Right, I get your question. No, no, you don't indicate what it is automatically set up. Just like how the 1% is automatically set up that you do every day. You can't change that 1%. In this case too, you can't change. So your only option is to either just not do the trade, or do the trade, but it's set at taking off 3% at phase two. It's the code already in. Once you put in the code, it instinctively takes out your 3% at phase two. Once you enter the code, it instinctively takes out the 9% at phase three, right? So you don't, the code already is set up and it tells it what to do. You're either putting in the code or not putting in the code. That's all you can do.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Yes, Moses, go ahead.
Thank you so much. I'm still on the risks involved. So
Mhm.
if my trade fails now, does it mean I'm going to lose my capital?
No, if your trade fails, you're going to only lose 1% of your capital, right? So that's if you put in $500, it means that you only lose $5.
Oh,
But remember, we have a recovery system for that $5, right? So that recovery system says, let's go to phase two. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take out $15 out of your account now for phase two.
mhm.
And once it is successful, you're going to benefit because you're now going to get back $9.75. So you're going to get back the money that you lost, that $5, plus you're going to get back $4.75. So you end up in profit again if it succeeds in phase two, right?
All right.
Right, so that is the case. So we've had that experience where we've lost in phase one, we try again in phase two, and we make our money back over, right? So there we don't experience any loss in that sense.
All
You
right.
get me?
It's just that sometime 2019, I tried this cryptocurrency,
Of
and I
course.
tried it two times,
Hmm.
and it failed, and I lost everything. Though I
Me
didn't do
too.
it by myself, I gave it to somebody because I was very much busy then. So I
Hmm.
just gave the money to somebody to trade for me. So, and
Yeah,
the news I got was that everything lost just like
lost.
that.
Yeah, right. I have had that incident too. I have tried trading, not on this platform, but many other platforms where I trade crypto, I've traded Forex and, account going on nicely and it growing. And then one day, just you're told, oh, the account, everything has been lost. I've had that experience, so I know exactly what you mean, Moses. And that is why this platform appeals to me so much because I have never lost in a sense because even when I lost the one time I told you that they had the failure of first off, they're not trading a lot of your account, right? I give you $300, you decide every trade all you're doing is $3 out of my account. So that means that you're not putting a lot of my account at risk, right?
Mhm.
So of the $3, I get maybe $2 back. And then the next day, you say, all right, the account is now at $302. So I'm going to take out for the next trade $3.02. And of that $3.02, you get back $2.1, right? So now so first off, they're trading very little of your account, very, very, very little. So that again speaks to safety, right? A lot of times when we are trading in other crypto things, people are not trading 1%. When I talk to my friends who do cryptocurrency trading and I tell them about this business, they say 1%. So why not just a trade 1%? No, some, I don't want that. I want bigger than that. Right? So the person would have trading for you, not trading your account previously, would not have traded 1%. They would have traded a lot more. They'd have put more of your account at risk than 1%, right? So
Yeah.
that is one of the reasons why your account would have, lost so significantly. In this company, we're only risking 1% of your account. So if a trade fails, you have $300 and the trade fails, you still have 295 in your account.
All right. Thank you. Then the trading steps. I would have loved you to repeat that side because there are some people who are not so technically inclined,
All
like
right, what I will
myself.
do for you, Moses, is if you decide in the future to sign up with us and join us, I will send you a detailed video on the steps of how to do it, right? This is just for the presentation, so we're just giving a quick overview. But once you sign up, believe me, I will be on the phone with you. Okay, the people who have signed up, who have are here, who are members, know that
Mm.
I will either send you a video or I will call you the day of your first trade and I will walk you through it. So don't worry, right?
All right.
You
All
will
right.
be supported.
All right. Yes.
right? So that is just a general overview to show people how easy it is, right? The
Yeah.
steps, but when you come in, you'll be guided, fully guided.
All
All
right.
right,
Thank you.
no problem. All right. Any other questions? Since we started on that. All right, let me just, because we're finishing up. That is it, really. So your questions are there, so that is it more or less. So once you are ready to start with us, that is really it. You do your 2 trades a day. You make your 1.3% daily, and that is what it looks like. Now, let me share something with you in terms of what the investments look like in real time. Because sometimes we're seeing these things and we say, yeah, them a talk, but what does it really mean? Let me show you what your figures mean. Give me a second. Let me share a document with you. Give me a second to pull it up here off my computer. All right, so in real time, what does this 1.3% investment look like? So say you start trading with us, right? And you start with um $300 account. In 2 months, that $300 account will be $651, right? So we double. Remember, I tell you you can double it under 60 days, 50 days, right? So it would have been doubled, right? Then in 6 months, you leave that money for 6 months. What does it look like? It's $3,000. That $300 becomes $3,000 in 6 months at taking 2 trades daily, 1.3% compounding, right? And if you leave that for a year, that becomes 33,000. And this is in US dollars, not Jamaican dollar, right? And in 18 months, you have 342,000 US, right? A lot of people in the US not earning this a year, much less the 342,000. They're making 70,000, 80,000 a year. And in a year and a half, you can do this, right? Um, If you start with $500, again, it doubles in 2 months, 1,085. In 6 months, you can get to 5,000. In a year, you can get to 55,000. And in 18 months, you can have 570,000 US, right? And of course, the bigger you go, the bigger your outcome is. $1,000 in a year and a half can give you $1 million US dollars. 2,000 in a year and a half, right? And so forth and so forth. Yeah, right? And this is if you just leave your money. Of course, you're not going to leave your money on the system all the time. Sometimes you'll take off a bit, do things that you need to do and stuff like that. But this is what can come if that investment is left, right? So as small as it seems like, Lord, all I'm doing is putting on 1% a day. 1% a day compounded really becomes something significant over time. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So with that said, yes, Moses, go ahead. You can ask your question.
Yeah. So what if you have to withdraw sometimes and then you need to top up? Uh, Can
That
you always
can be
come back
done.
to top up?
Yeah, you can always come back to top up. You can withdraw anytime you want to withdraw. Oh, just let me point out though, this one is very important. I don't want to miss it. You can withdraw your funds anytime you want, right? It's your funds, you can withdraw it. However, there is a penalty if you withdraw your fund before it doubles before it. So if you put in $300, you decide that it reach $450 and you want to take out $100, then if you take it out of the trading account, because it would not have doubled, it needs to get to $600, right? To double. So if it doesn't double, there is a penalty for taking it out early. You make a 20% penalty. In addition to the fact that we all pay a transaction fee of 12%, so you're ending up paying you ended up paying 32%, which is not too much, it's a lot, right? You're probably getting back less than your money at that point. So what we do, once your money double, you do not have any penalty. All you're doing is a transaction fee, because it's a platform, it needs to keep running and stuff like that. You're just doing the final transaction fee of 12%. All right. So yes, you can add money, you can take out money at any time, especially once it has doubled, then you can go to town with that, right? Kayleen, go ahead.
All right, so this penalty, is it only applicable after, I mean, with respect to the person who is starting with this investment?
Okay.
So,
Mm-hmm.
so let's say, yes, I'm a newbie, I just invested, and I just have to wait out that minimum 2 months period, and then that's it. I can take out without being penalized. Um, is that the question I want to ask? Yeah. But okay, so
Okay.
let's say I do that, and let's say I do a withdrawal, and I leave back. I decide I wanted to take that initial amount I invested and leave back that profit, given that
Mm-hmm.
it doubled. Um, and let's say I took $200 and let 100 remain. Um, is it that, I don't know, um, I don't know what I want to ask. It don't have to reach another 2 months again to double.
No, no, it does not have to.
Okay,
So your question, Kaylee, is
okay,
I put in $500, it gets to $1,000, and I decide I'm taking out $600 and leave it at $400 to go up. When I come back, if it goes to $600, I leave for $400, I leave it for a couple weeks and it goes to $600. I want to take $200 off of it. No, there is no penalty then. At that point, you're just paying the transaction fee of 12% because it would have already doubled.
okay. So doubling is more so, and leaving it untouched is more so for that first 2 month period when you just start with the investment.
Right.
Okay.
Right. No, there's another element of that. I thought that's where you were going, but that's not where you went. So say for example, do Keeling, that you then go the same example, you do the $500, it doubles. You take it out and you take out 600 and it goes to 400. You leave it for a little while and it go to 600 and you say, I go to store, I want some more money. Let me put in another $500. When you put in that additional $500, Kayleen, you see that 500 that you decide to add to it though, you have to allow that $500 that you added to it. Because you now putting money in again. And once you put new money into the system, that new money has to double.
Okay.
You
All
get
right.
what I say there?
So let me say it right. So let me say it in my words. So any what is it now? Investment, once you add, you have to wait for that portion to double.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. Any new investment. But the old investment, once it doubles, then it can go on by itself and go and you can take out little as you want to go. But any new investment has to double, right? So for example, I have somebody, she's not my team member. Here's how she make a really a mistake along the way. So this is actually like back office training for members now, but I share it with people here who I hope will become members. So I had a somebody who she's not on my team, but I still, just help people by the way. So she had a thing where she was pulling money out. So she didn't understand the withdrawal process. I don't know what happened there. So she pulled out, she had $2,800 in her account. She wanted to take out $500, but she accidentally took out the $2,800. So you know when your money goes in, it starts in the exchange and you move it to trade. So once it goes into trade, that's where it has to double, right? If you leave your money in exchange, that don't have anything to do with anything. But once it goes into trade, the trading account for trade, it has to double. So she took it out and she said, oh no, I made a mistake. I didn't want to use all of this. She put back the money in the account, the trading account. And when she put back the money in the trading account and she tried to take it out at the $500 again, she was charged 20%. Because what the system does, it says it's a new investment. So even though she took out the 2,800 and she had it in the exchange and she put it back into trade, it saw it as a new investment. So every time you enter new money into the trading account, that new money has to double.
All right, so the new money is doubled. But let's say, okay, so old money is there already. Yeah, I made a withdrawal and I left some of that acquired money, but I put in new money. Can I still just trouble the old money part?
You can't. No,
Okay.
no. You can't touch
Oh,
that account, trading account until it has met the double requirement. You can't. So once you go
so
back in, so what
hold
you'll do
on,
is
Felicia.
you can talk to them in the back office and you
Uh-huh.
can message and you can ask her how much is my or and when I said double.
Hmm.
Kelly, may you talk about this off here because I don't,
Okay, okay.
because even when I tell people double, it's not quite double, it's less than that, but that's a little technicality we use. But I'll explain it to you. Can we talk off here? May I have a little meeting and talk off here about that?
Sure, sure. But
Yeah.
one thing, okay, a different thing which I think can be spoken on air.
Mm-hmm.
Let us all get this. Now, for that 2 month period, we get
Mm-hmm.
the links, and all we simply do is copy and paste. And
Mm-hmm.
we miss a signal. So two
Mm-hmm.
signals in a day, we miss one of them. That means, would that mean, let me ask it as a question, would that mean the timeline changes for our 2 month payout?
It does. And I want to say 2 months is such a tricky. All right, let me actually, and yes, it would, because remember that now you're missing trades. So therefore, if you take your 2 trades a day, your money doubles in under 50 days. If you're missing trades, then you're not getting 2 trades a day. So it will take a little longer than the 50 days. Probably 60, 65, 70, depending on how many trades you miss. But Kaylee, although I said that, let me actually do this. Let me actually explain going back to the same question about your money doubling. It's such a tricky thing because it came in, that's what I was told, and that's what we tell at presentations. But it's a little bit more than just the money doubling. So what happens is that your trade volume, here's the technical language now. Your trade volume must be equal to the money you put into the account for you to take out. So what do I mean by your trade volume? You come in with $500 and the first trade is $5, right? So your first day trade volume is $5. Your second day trade volume is going to be $5, $2. So you $5, 2 cents. So that's $10. Your third trade, so that's why I say it's not so much your money doubling, it's not the actual cash that you profit from doubling, is how much money you put into the trading volume each day, right? So that means that $5, $2, the next day $5, something, whatever. There's a trading volume that needs to be equal. So not even a double. It has to be equal to what you took out. So you could actually be able to take out money from the account when your account is at, you're coming with $300, but when your account is at $565, you qualify to take the money out because your trading volume has exceeded $300. because it is $3, $3.12, $3. So what we're looking at is what they use each day, that 1% they use to trade your account. If you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying here?
Yes, I do.
Right, right. So we always tell you double, but then afterwards, me always have to tell, all right, we tell the team members after they join. So here's what we're going to look at really. So your account don't even need to get to $600 for you to be able to. Even I remember I spoke to Kelly about that some time ago. I said, I know you're not at $600, but you actually can take out your money now and don't have a penalty because your trading volume is over $300, and that's what you need. They just need to, every time they've put in and that takes about 40, some people depending on 45 days if you got some bonuses, because if you get bonus then you mean that you've entered more trades. That's why I said some people can hit it at 40 days, some people can hit it at 30 days, some people can hit it at 60 days, some people might miss trades, as you say, and hit it at 75 days. It's really different, right? Across the board. So I've gone into the technicality of it. Really, we said double, but the truth is it can be less. No, bonuses don't count as new money, because remember the bonuses are a part of the trade. New money is any money that was never in the trading account that was added to it. So any money that goes in from exchange into the trading account, that's new money. So for example, you get 100, well, sorry, you're quite right. So bonuses, that money that, like, if you sign up your, so Dion, good question. You sign your mom at $100. That $100 that your mom is signed at, and you decide you're going to put it over into your trading account, that's new money. Right? So that now means that it's not your account doubles at $600, not $500. You sign your brother up and him come in with $100. You say, let me put it on my trading account. And you get it as a bonus and put it in the trading account. That's new money. So some team members, I tell them, don't put if you are one who said definitely on day 60 you are withdraw your money, then don't put those bonuses that you get from new people into your trading account. Let it stay in the exchange. And then you pull it from the exchange when you're ready, because if it's in the exchange, you're only paying 12%. But if it goes into the trading account and you want to pull it early before it doubles, then you'll have to pay that 20%. Get it? All right. So this is not just company presentation. This turned into training and all of that, right? A lot more extra, but no problem. All right. So I am going to have to probably end this meeting soon. I didn't expect it to be so. But any more questions quickly?
So how are you going to share the
Okay.
the recording with us?
Yes, I will share the recording with you.
All right.
Any other questions? Anything about the business? Anything you want to know? Withdrawal is easy. I have withdrawn multiple times from my account. Once you verify that it is your account and you're sending your verification documents and stuff like that, you can withdraw, and within a matter of maybe, I think I might not be perfect, but I realized that they seem to have like 2 withdrawal times a day. I see 6 o'clock. So if you withdraw early in the morning, you might not get your money until 6 o'clock in the evening, and 10 o'clock at night. Because I see people withdraw at 9 o'clock, within half an hour they get their money. So I think I've kind of figured those 2 times out. I don't know what else, but I see where when you request a withdrawal, I realize that money can come to you in those 2 times, depending on what time it is. Other people have had, you know, said half an hour, it don't matter the time, but for me, that's my observation from my withdrawals. I started the company, as I said, with a $300 account in July, and I have done, let me show you my withdrawal proof for those who are new or are listening and wonder this for real. I will show you my withdrawal proof. Hold on a second. Let me close that out. Let me log in to my account. DSG. What is it again? All right. All right, so let me show you that last bit here. All right, so this is my account. I see my thing going dead soon. All right, so gonna have to wrap up. All right, so this is my account. See, if you know me, hold on. You know I'm Kellowy at gmail.com. Kelleen here, she can testify. Kedisha Latoya Williams, that's how I get my Kellowy. All right, so this is my account and my withdrawal history is transparent. I have made quite a few withdrawals from my $300 account. My first withdrawal was $360 and it was done on August 29th. My second withdrawal was a $200. This was a mistake. This was supposed to be like one withdrawal, but I didn't. So it was a 200 and a 240, and they were both paid on November. And then my third withdrawal is $1,700 paid to me on December the 1st. And then my last withdrawal is another $600 paid to me on December 29. And I here just trying to make my account grow back because on the system me trigger happy, right? So I am letting the account grow for a little bit and it's now at $2,800. So it is there. I have withdrawn a couple times from the account since I started with a three. That's probably what? How much? That's about 3,000, more than $3,000 I've withdrawn. So that means I've probably made from $300 over $5,000. Yes, I've signed up people. I've had salary. I've had bonuses and stuff like that. So that definitely pushes you up, right? Because it's 6 months. I should have only been at $3,000, but I make a team, so I have bonuses, right? So that's my withdrawal proof. It's in the pudding. Are there any other questions that you might want to ask? Anybody? Kayleen, Moses, Dion, hi, Lily. You said it's not Kayleen. What's the pronunciation again? Sorry.
It's a short A, so it's Colleen.
Colleen.
Okay.
Colleen. Thanks for that correction. Colleen. All right. So, any questions, comments?
From me for now.
That's okay. All
I
right.
just
Thank
want
you,
to
guys.
say thanks. Thank you for your time and thank you
Okay.
for your generosity. Yeah.
No problem. And I'll share the presentation with you. I'll put, all right, Moses? All right, so that is it then, ladies and gentlemen. So get back to the person who invited you. Let them know if you're interested, and welcome to the team for anybody who is here listening and to hear about the business. All right, and team members, remember you can always reach out to me and ask me any questions you ask. Dion can tell you I'm always ready to answer your questions and guide you. All right, so. Take care. And Dion is not somebody that sign. That it doesn't mean that I have to sign you. Once you're on my team, I'm always there for you. All right. Take care, guys.
Thanks. Bye-bye.